Erling Haaland is an absolute beast on Football Manager, but I rarely see him ever leave Man City in any future saves. So after this first season when Man City won the league, I used the in-game editor and terminated his contract. And I'll be doing this at the end of every single season. So let's see where Erling Haaland's career as a free agent every single summer takes him. In our first season, we can find Erling Haaland playing at Barcelona. Now, as you can see, free transfer. However, he only played 21 games and only scored 12 goals and got 6 assists. So possibly picked up some big injuries, and yeah, he was out for 3 months here with a hip injury. So I doubt he had ever actually managed to do. Oh, he won the Champions League. So just like that, after winning the English Premier League, he is already a Champions League winner, and we're just 2 seasons in. But it's time for you to go, my friend. Second season in this experiment, he stayed in Spain, this time at Atletico Madrid, but that hip injury is really playing him up, isn't it? 2 to 5 months again out with that hip injury. However, he had a much better season. 27 goals in 32 appearances with 4 assists and 8 player of the matches, which is fantastic. But they did only finish in 3rd place, in behind Real Madrid and Barcelona, and he didn't obviously win La Liga last year, so that's 2 seasons in La Liga without winning it. He did win the Golden Boot though. We will take a look at his milestone. Did he manage to win World Player of the Year? There we have it. He has managed to win World Player of the Year and Best Player in Europe, but he hasn't won anything else since he has been here. Now that is not the Golden Boot, by the way. He didn't even finish in the top 3, not the Golden Boot, the Ballon d'Or. He did not finish even in the top 3 in that competition. Well, his 4th season, or 3rd season since we've been doing this, Erling Haaland is at PSG, kind of where I expected him to be quite often, to be fair. I'm surprised it took this long, but again, free transfer, only 9 goals in 17 appearances. Now, surely it's not because of injury again. He did sign for them on the 1st of September, so he's had a full season there, but it must be injuries. It has to be. There's another major injury 2025. That was that last one. I guess they're just not playing him, which is absolutely mental to consider, but I guess if you have, oh, well, maybe they are. I don't know what's going on. Why is it? Oh, no, Kylian Mbappe, possibly 21 games and 10 starts. Maybe it's because he is rotating with Kylian Mbappe. Fear not though, Erling, you are now free from living in his shadow. I bet Real Sociedad was not a team on the list that you thought Erling Haaland would sign for, but here we are. He is at Real Sociedad, age 26, who's in his prime as well, on 400 grand a week. They've done well, and they have actually given him his best season so far, ever as well. 31 goals in 36 appearances with 10 assists and 15 player of the matches. He is loving his time in Spain, although he did only finish in 4th place, so he still hasn't managed to win a La Liga, despite obviously dominating the league here with the highest average rating and everything like that. If we do take a look at milestones though, World Footballer of the Year, World Player of the Year. He signed for them in July, so he's had a chance to have that pre-season training, I guess, and he's still winning lots of awards, but no trophies there. World Player of the Year, but no World Golden Ball, which is the Ballon d'Or. It's his first return back to England, and it's with Arsenal, so that's quite interesting. On a free transfer, 18 goals in the Premier League in 34 appearances with 3 assists. It's nice to see him playing consistently, but that's nowhere near the amount of goals that I would expect for Erling Haaland. Has he won something? Yes, they are Premier League champions, so he's back once again in the Premier League, and he's back winning the Premier League, which is fantastic. It does look like Arsenal managed to win either Europa League or the Champions League, because he also won the UEFA Super Cup after signing for them about a month later. So Arsenal are champions, 90 points. Easily, by the way, 9 points clear. He is joint first top scorer with Victor Osimhen and Darwin Núñez, another 2 of this generation's best strikers coming through. Very impressive indeed. He moved to Liverpool right after Arsenal, which does surprise me. Staying in the same league, but also kind of like rivaling Arsenal. They did only finish in 2nd place behind Arsenal by a point. So he did have an impact, just not too much of an impact there. He's top scorer alongside Luis Alvarez, who is a very good new gen, by the way, playing at Manchester City. Has he managed to win anything else in his time here? Doesn't quite look like it, although he is winning that World Player of the Year and World Footballer of the Year every single time. He was also the Champions League forward of the season, runner-up, actually. He didn't even win it. It was Gabriel Vidovic who won it, so he didn't even win that. He is trailing in behind. He hasn't done anything at Liverpool. So, I mean, you guess you just don't want to stay here, Erling, do you? I wouldn't want to either. Oh, but it looks like he has returned to Barcelona. So this is the first one where he's actually returned back to a former club. I am surprised we haven't seen Manchester City yet, but I did expect to see a Barcelona Real Madrid pop up 1 or 2 times. He's had a great season, though. After a good season in the Premier League with 22 goals, we didn't actually allude to that last time, but 24 goals in La Liga. Has he finally won one? He has! 94 points. Barcelona are champions. He is also the top scorer and the highest average rating. So a fantastic season for Erling Haaland, but did he win anything else? Also Champions League winners. Look at that. So he's won the double. He's had a fantastic season here at Barcelona. Wouldn't it just be a shame if he would... Oh! He's going to move on again. At this point, he is the ultimate mercenary, isn't he? But he has actually, at 30 here, he retired from international football a couple of seasons ago, which I have seen quite often, Erling Haaland retiring from international football around age 28. I don't understand why it is. We are also seeing his wage fluctuating quite often. I guess it's because, obviously, every single time somebody is taking him on as a free transfer, they might not have the funds, and he's kind of like stuck in limbo and has to accept something lower. 18 goals and 10 assists here back in Paris. Take a look at his milestones. We can see when he did sign, so it was in June, so it didn't waste no time. He was released on a free transfer, and within like 17 days, he was snapped up by PSG. Again, he was a world runner-up, well, World Footballer of the Year runners-up this time, but he has won the Ligue 1 for the second time in his career. Fantastic stuff for you, Erling, but again, it's time for you to go. We return to Spain. I think it's his 4th club now in Spain, and it's finally Real Madrid. This is the one that I anticipated he would sign for the most. So we're quite late in his career, 31. 450 grand a week, so I'm guessing he's really pleased with his move. Physically, he's still a monster, isn't he? Still really good, but is he putting the performances in? Not really. 13 goals, 3 assists, 2 man of the matches, which 24 starts as well, by the way. Has he avoided injury? It doesn't look like he's avoided injury. It's that hip again. He keeps on getting a bad hip. He also fractured his lower arm, so he was out for 6 weeks and 2 months. So he's not had a great time in Madrid, which UEFA Super Cup winners. So Real Madrid obviously won the Champions League or something like that. Spanish Cup winners. So he's finally won the Spanish Cup, the Copa del Rey. But I think we're pleasing him by terminating his contract here, because he keeps getting injured. He's not going to be happy. If you enjoy these types of experiments or find them quite valuable, then please consider subscribing and help us on our route to 70,000 subscribers. Oh, as if it couldn't get any worse. He's signed for Tottenham. My dad would be loving this. Age 32, Erling Haaland has signed for Tottenham. So he doesn't look like he has many allegiances anymore, because he signed for Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Real Madrid and Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Now, he's had a better season than what we did in Madrid, with 17 goals, 2 assists, and 2 man of the matches. Always getting a very good average rating, though, which is I'm pleased to see. Surely he didn't win anything with Tottenham. No. Wow. 7th place. Oh, Champions League. They have won a trophy, by the looks of it. They have definitely won a trophy. What did he win? Europa League. Right, there we go. So, surely that's the first trophy that Tottenham have won since. They beat Athletic Bilbao in the final 2-1. Impressive, thanks to Erling Haaland and his 11 goals in the tournament. And they have Vitor Roque. They are firing on all cylinders. Zlatan's the manager. No way. Oh, this is unbelievable. I love it when these things happen. So what tactic is Zlatan playing? He's playing a classic 4-3-3. Vitor Roque on the left. Kulusevski on the right. He's built an unbelievable side. I love it. But of course, his time in Tottenham was cut short, and he instead joined Newcastle. Now, I didn't anticipate that we would see Newcastle pop up. I didn't think it would take this long. I honestly thought we would probably see Man City 2 or 3 times and Newcastle, and then just Real Madrid, PSG and Barcelona, and just trade those things off. But I'm pleased that we have seen different sides, definitely. Now his physicals are starting to drop off. He is 33 after all. How has he done? He's had a better season. 21 goals, 5 assists, 6 player of the matches, and a very good average rating here up in Tyneside for Newcastle in the Premier League, who finished in 3rd place. Fantastic stuff, and finished above Tottenham. Where's Man United? They're there. Right. Oh my God, I thought they'd been relegated. It's because I don't have their badge whilst I'm using my new PC. More news on that, by the way, coming up soon. They finish in 7th. So Tottenham, with Zlatan still, have managed to do quite well, even without Erling Haaland. But we've got Coudet as their manager, the Argentine. We've got Gonzalo Ramos at the club as well. I don't look like we've won anything substantial yet. So what has he done here? Has he managed to win anything? Doesn't look like it. Well, it's time for you to go anyway, Erling. It's time for you to move on, my friend. Oh, I don't believe it. I did anticipate him staying in England again. This is his third team in a row now, and with Chelsea. So a new English side, a new Premier League side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the Premier League. It's probably his worst goal season as well, but he is getting to the point now where he isn't actually playing as many games. He only actually started 20 games, 10 goals, 3 assists, 3 player of the matches. It's still good numbers, isn't it, in the Premier League, which Chelsea, they finished in 5th place. They get a Champions League spot. He's not even in like the top 3 goal scorers anymore, so he's really tailed off. I'm guessing that's down to injuries again. He's had another 4-month injury. Damaged Achilles tendon versus Aston Villa. That's such a shame. He's managed to avoid injury for about 3 years, like a major one, which was obviously his last hip injury. He's fixed his hip, but now damaged Achilles tendon. My dad snapped his Achilles once. It was horrendous. We will take a look at his milestones. Has he managed to do anything? Nothing. Absolutely 0. So he's never actually won anything in regards to, he's won the best player in Europe a couple of times, I think, yeah. But he hasn't managed to do anything in regards to the World Footballer of the Year and the Ballon d'Or, which I think might be the end of it now. He might not be able to win. Oh, he did win the Ballon d'Or. Yes. With Sociedad. Oh my god, I didn't anticipate that. Now, Kylian Mbappe's actually, he won one before Kylian Mbappe as well. Kylian Mbappe has won 5 now. Gonzalo Ramos has even won 1, which is interesting. But I'm just glad he got that one over the line. I'm just more surprised with the club that it was at. We are at the back end of his career now with Erling Haaland, because at age 34, sometimes I see him go to about 38. I very much doubt it'll be this time round because of the amount of injuries. And I was correct. This was his final season. Monaco, in fact, was his final season. He had 15 games there with 10 goals, so still very good. But Erling Haaland draws an end to his amazing career alongside all of those fantastic clubs. Now, he won 16 trophies in total. Personal awards, he won 27 personal awards and finished runners-up 12 times. So 16 different trophies is not bad whatsoever. Where did Monaco finish? They finished in 6th place, so they did not even have a great season either. Bordeaux are the champions of France, which weirdly might be the most shocking thing that's happened in this whole video, which, yeah, I did not see that coming. They start in like the 3rd division and they still managed to go on and win the top division after what, 14 seasons, which is quite incredible. Who's the manager? They don't even have one. They don't even have a manager. He's off, he's gone, he's quit. I need to see it now. I need to see who it was. Was it the same guy, or they just never replaced it? I don't know why. No idea why, but there we go. I actually want to see their best player, what he's like. He's not even good. Must be a bug. Don't understand what's happened. But anyway, going back to my point, Erling Haaland, he had a fantastic career, many different clubs. But that's the end of the video. Make sure you check out this one where I flipped all the English leagues and the results are hilarious.